Hello everybody, good afternoon. It's almost afternoon here. Today I want to talk about this full moon, blood moon eclipse that was a full eclipse that just happened on the 14th of March, just a few days ago. Because I've been feeling some really weird energy since, weird dreams. And before I dig into all of this, I need to apologize ahead of time. Daisy is freaking the F out because it is storming right now. Thunder is rolling and Daisy and loud sounds do not mix. So every time it thunders, her mouth runs. I closed her out of the room and closed the door, hoping to block most of it out. So, again, I'm a dog mom. Shit happens, right? Anyhow, what I want to do is I'm going to do a reading on the energies of this moon and the implications. Now, we know that with a full moon or a new moon, we usually feel those energies for, especially the full moon, for about 6 months. So this is like a 6-month reading to see how this is playing out. And I'm not sure on all the decks that I'm using right now. I might bring out the predictions deck, maybe. But I got a couple decks out here to try to dig into this energy. But I want to talk about some of the astrological things that are going on with this full moon energy. And to start that off, we have, okay, on March 14th, 2025, we experienced a total lunar eclipse in Virgo, which is about community and referred to as the blood moon due to the reddish hue that the moon takes on during the eclipse. The lunar eclipses are powerful events that often signify endings and revelations and transformations. When occurring in Virgo, that's a sign that's associated with organizations, health, service. This eclipse prompts a kind of like a collective reflection in our daily routines and our well-being and the structures in our life. It encourages us to assess what is no longer serving our highest good and to make the necessary adjustments to promote personal and communal growth. And Mother Nature agrees. She's roaring outside. Additionally, the eclipse aligns with Mercury and Venus retrogrades. That's suggesting a period of introspection, especially concerning our communication and our relationships. This alignment also calls us to revisit and reassess our connections, the ways we express ourselves, fostering a deeper understanding and healing. So that's kind of the basics of what was going on with this. And I noticed with me that I've had a boatload of dreams lately that since this concerning relationships and things in the community, and they seem so realistic. In fact, I had one last night that I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning from this dream, and I couldn't fall back to sleep till almost 4:30 in the morning. And I was like wide awake, and I'm thinking maybe I should just get up for the day, maybe take a nap in the afternoon. But I didn't. I put on a YouTube video and fell asleep to that YouTube video. But like my dream last night, for instance, talk about weird. It was like I was in my ex's house and I was with him and I was married to him, which I'm not. And it was like I was seeing things through her eyes. Excuse me, through her eyes, his wife's eyes. But it wasn't me, it was her, but I was seeing things through her eyes. Man, is that thunder going. And it was like him, like a really nasty atmosphere. Okay? And I don't know if it is about me hearing so much from his perspective of their relationship and never hearing anything about her perspective. Because in her perspective, she puts on this persona that everything's all wonderful. It's a utopian world. It's not. I hear the stories. Oh, here comes the rain. When it rains, it pours, okay? And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting with this full moon. But in this dream, it's like he left the house and me through her eyes going around trying to find a way out. And I felt trapped, or she felt trapped. And almost like I don't have the resources to get out. Where am I going to go? All this panic of thoughts of leaving, wanting out, but didn't know how to go about it. And there was one really, really heavy door. It was a metal door. No windows. That when he walked out the door for work, didn't shut it completely. And walked over to this door and realized, hey, this door is open. I'm not locked in here. I'm really not locked. It felt like Eight of Swords energy. When you think you're trapped, you're really not bound that tightly. You can loosen those ropes and leave. It's like a mental imprisonment that you create for yourself. And that was the energy that I was getting. And so cracked the door and put all kinds of stuff like on the door jamb so that the door would not close completely. Long enough for me to pack my vehicle and take off. And then I found myself at a couple of the local hotels and trying to figure out what hotel, what could I afford, who has long-term rentals, like mini apartments, stuff like that I could afford. And at that point, that's where I woke up. And then I fall back to sleep, and it's things still continuing. I don't know if it was me looking at things or whatever, but looking like there was a white house, a 2-story white house that looked abandoned, and there was all kinds of signs on there, foreclosure signs, shut off notices and stuff like that. Almost looking at it as, can I squat in there? And I'm not saying that this is what's going on, but this was the energy. It's like I was looking through her eyes. And then when I went back to sleep, I don't know if that was me or somebody else who was homeless looking for a way out. And then I thought, could that have also been symbolic of the cases that I've been covering? Disappearances, like somebody being trapped, and then they figure out that their captor doesn't close the door completely and latch it like they thought they did, and there's my escape route. That could also be, but being shown through an understanding in my own language. So I'm not sure. But that was the energy. So I do have a spread here that if you're wondering, I'm scrolling through my notes. And so I do have a spread here that I do want to get to. And we're going to take a look at some things. I have a series of questions. We'll see how many of them I get through, how many I need to get through. So I'm going to go ahead and switch camera views one more time. Did you miss me? I'm back with a fresh cup of coffee. Anyhow, I struggled with what decks I wanted to use. But we are going to start off. This is one of Trisha James' decks with some oracles. I was saying I was going to start out with her deck. I am not going to start out with her deck. My guide stopped me and said, no, you need to use, I dig out the Monology deck, and this is an astrology deck. I may or may not use her deck. We will see. But I just kind of want to get an overview of these energies. So I'm trusting in my guides that they're going to give us the messages that we need to hear for our highest good. And even, I will be looking at world events as well. So, okay, let's just see what wants to come out. I haven't used this deck in for so long that before I started the camera, I actually had to dust it off. Okay, we're going to get a few cards from here. Take time to breathe out. Expect powerful change. That's exactly what I'm feeling. Powerful change here. And bring love into the situation. An example would be like when I was having that dream that involved my ex, okay? There was no love there between them. None. So that kind of makes sense. And I feel like that this was a collective message. I think that the universe was showing me this as an example. Okay? No. So there's big powerful changes happening here that we need to be able to adapt to, and that we need to take some time to breathe, bring love into the situation. This could even be self-love, okay? Taking care of ourselves during this time. Okay. I think there's going to be some major world changes going on over the next 6 months. Okay, Spirit, what can we expect over the next 6 months, please? Messages associated with this blood moon full lunar eclipse that happened on March 14th. That was actually yesterday. Today's the 15th. It's kind of interesting. It was the wee hours. You know, we could say it was like the 13th, the night of the 13th. But it happened after midnight, so it was technically March 14th. Which would explain why I had those. They were like lucid dreams. Mars. Motion. Trine sextile. Symbolicis. The changes are symbolic. My dream? I was just saying these dreams were symbolic. I don't know. I would love to know your comments. Have you been experiencing weird energy like I have, or is it just me? Okay. Hearth, Vesta. Number 32. Love of home, hearth and home. It's still kind of reminding me, making me think of. It's making me think of relationship energy. Okay. They're telling me to leave this for last. Every time I pick it up, it's like, nope, not yet. Okay, I'm going to get into the tarot. And with my spread that I came up with for this energy, this is Alicia Wicker's tarot deck. I've had it for a long time and haven't used it in a long time, but it's been there in my collection. So I just need to bring up my spread here. Okay. Let's get some energy around the current energy of the collective here. What is the overall energetic atmosphere of the collective right now as a result of this eclipse? Okay, let's take a look. The home. Four of Wands. It's the home, it's the family. It's the stability. Commitments. Family traditions. And our family commitments, our commitments around home. Let me get these out of the way for right now, because I think they're going to be in my way. Okay. That's a little bit better. Commitment around home. And standing our ground, fighting for what's important to us. This is kind of like feeling like the underdog. Or pushing back, perseverance. So there could be, it's like this energy, there's like battles. And this is about standing up for what you feel is worth fighting for. Or this could even be as a collective. The home front, this could be our government over bigger bigger scale of things. Let's take two approaches to this. On a personal level, we're looking at our home traditions, our family traditions, our commitments that we built our foundations on, and taking a stand and fighting for what we believe in and what we feel is right. And in this deck, I'm only taking uprights so that, if you see me turn something around. I want to get some clarifications on this. This is the Eye of the Behold, the Eye Oracle, inner eye. But as a collective on a global scale, our home country, our government, protecting, maybe even protecting in the United States our freedom. In other countries, England, maybe England needs to rise up and stand up to their government as a collective, not individuals. Individuals, they're throwing you guys in jail. But if there's an uprising, that might be against your PM. Okay. Now, there's also switchover of power in Canada. I don't know what's going on in Australia yet, but Canada just got a new PM. And what is this about England being over so many countries? It's unreal. Greed. But we have the gift, obstacles, and decisions. So there are, this is what, the change, the transformation with this blood moon. Virgo, like I said, your daily routines, your environment, your dedication, what are you dedicated to? This is talking about the overall energetic atmosphere is about change and the decision to make change. The universe wants to gift us something here, but there's been obstacles. This overall energy could be about removing obstacles so that we can, and shifting gears and going in another direction. Okay. Let's take a look at question 2, which is the root cause of this energy. Why is this happening? And what is stirring the cosmic, karmic, and psychological undercurrent that is leading to this collective experience? That's that shift that the astrology speaks of. That's the change that the cards are talking about. That is the release with that full moon energy. I think there are some things are going to go and no longer be relevant. Okay. Being satisfied, wish coming true, abundance. This can also be overindulgence. But we have the 9 of Cups. Desire, a certain desire. 7 of Pentacles, which is about, it's almost like a harvest. Planting certain seeds. Planting the seeds of desire to create a certain result. And these seeds seem to have been planted a long time ago. The root cause. And we've been waiting and waiting to see the fruits of our labor. We've been waiting to see change. King of Cups. The King of Cups is the compassion, and it's also about emotional balance and maturity. Generosity. this feels like, why is the cosmos being stirred up? There is a karmic feel to this, absolutely. And people manifesting the things that they desire, what their heart desires, that has been growing. Okay, let's see some more about this. Okay. Delays. The waiting game and delays. It seems like this change has been going so very slowly. There's a energy of impatience as well. You know, look at the economies. Support. Delayed support. We have been waiting on support from our government, and even as a personal note here, waiting on improvement within our personal lives and looking for that support that seemed to have been coming literally at a snail pace here. So that's okay. About our money and even love. I was about ready to say greed. Okay. That greed was the root of where we are now. Greed of our government. The love of money over the heart. Over compassion. Over understanding. There's that old saying that money is the root of all evil. It's kind of what this is talking about here. So these two cards together scream greed. And delays in financial support. The economy. Prices keep going up, but our wages aren't changing. Our people on fixed income not seeing any increases. Now, it feels like it's coming through, but people were becoming impatient. Maybe even running out of money because we had government entities, the rich wanting to get richer and leaving everybody else in the dust. Okay. Question 3. Hidden factors at play. What are some unseen energies or forces or power dynamics that are shaping things at this moment? This could reveal shadow work themes or systematic shifts, spiritual influences, which I might bring out this other deck. We'll see. So what are the hidden factors at play? What are the hidden factors at play here? Hidden factors at play. I shit you not. Justice. Truth. The truth of what was really going on being hidden from us. Okay. Lack of truth, a lack of clarity. The scale's not balancing. Ten of Pentacles. Now this is long-term success, or this could also a card of retirement or legacy. Things of the past. It is generations. So everything that has been going on leading up to now, I feel like we are on the precipice of a new era here. And this goes back generations. pre-Trump, pre-Biden, pre-Trump. This goes back 20, 30, 40 years, actually, in my humble opinion. And this is also the card of community and organizations. But it's community. Ace of Pentacles, the dawn of a new day. This is an opportunity. Something being elevated, an offer, handout. Now, we're kind of seeing that now because Trump has been taking back support for Ukraine and for other frivolous spending, right? And giving back to the community. If you hate Trump, this is not the channel for you. Go away. Don't even bother leaving a comment. Because it won't stay long. But with this change in power on many fronts, not just the United States, but things going on with the elections in Australia, change of power in Canada, that's where it's beginning. Plus, trying to negotiate some kind of ceasefire, which that's going to be another reading, because Putin doesn't want to play. Okay? What he wants, he's for a ceasefire. Ukraine's not having it. But anyhow, there's an offering. And I'm almost seeing there could be some concessions and compromises, but this is like what is going on behind the scenes that we don't see is trying to do away with old patterns, old behavior, trying to balance the scales. Well, and I mean, some of this we see, but I think what the hidden factor is that there needs to be some kind of new structure because the old is not working. I might spend a little bit more time on this. I'm not sure that this is the correct deck for this. I'm not feeling it. I had this deck out earlier and I put it back away because I thought, no, this is not going to be the right deck. But apparently, it has a purpose. Now this has reversed and upright. So there will be reversals in this. This deck was designed for reversals and upright. It's called the Spiritual Symbols. Very inexpensive on Amazon. I saw another YouTuber using this and I was quite impressed. And she actually used it in a true crime. I can't remember what channel it was. And I looked it up on Amazon. And it was less than 20 bucks, I believe. I thought I heard a fire whistle, which usually symbols like power line down or accident or something struck by lightning. Seems like the thunder stopped for the moment. Glad I didn't bath Daisy again yesterday because it rained. So she's going to be bringing in mud. I'll just have to do the floors tonight. And we're supposed to get more rain tomorrow, so probably won't be till Monday till she gets bathed again. Okay, what additional insights would you like to add to this? Anything else? There we go. Okay. What we have the hourglass. The hourglass is Old school ways of thinking, time is running out. What the fuck did I just say? And also, if you don't like little 4-letter words, I'm not the channel for you either. Death is near. Time is the energy turned upside down. It's like, time's up. The old ways have to go. I shit you not. Then we have the crafts person. Outside, validation, uncommunicative, perfectionist to the point of alienation, moody, workaholic, brooding, misinterprets, reactive. This is kind of making me think that it's talking the old ways of not acting on situations. Instead of being proactive, being reactive. And part of the new ways is going to be proactive change, not simply reacting to things that come up, which I feel has been done for generations, that we need to be proactive. And the time of this lack of activity, this seclusion, this not working together is coming to an end. Then we got the chef. The chef is opinionated, compulsive, competitive, more perfectionism, more this workaholic, mad scientist vein. This is kind of reminding me of, let me see. I almost feel like the show. This is reminding me of, so we got this workaholic energy. You know, that's the working public. That's the working man, the working woman. Working our hands to the bone just to put food on our table, to make ends meet. And let's not get into the egg situation. Sheesh. But there's someone behind the scenes controlling the narrative. And I feel like that this is more about what the results of behind the scenes have been. Now, I do get somebody. Now, the seclusion and privacy is because it's behind the scenes. Somebody working diligently to create this change. Okay, so I feel like whatever's going on behind the scenes is promoting positive change. You know, so many times we read, what is the hidden motive? What's behind the scenes? And it always comes up as something sneaky or something not so ethical. I'm not seeing that here. I see things trying to be corrected. We're just not seeing the results yet. The results of this are delayed, is what I'm getting. I'm thinking the rumbling's going to start again. Okay. Now the next one is how this eclipse may affect world events. What areas like politics, economy, social movements, global consciousness that will be mostly affected, and where might we see shifts? Okay. This one, I am going to start with a predictions deck and then add the tarot in. I know I'm kind of all over with this video, with this reading, but I'm just following my intuition, the guidance that I'm receiving of what I need to do and how I do the cards. So this is probably going to be the most comprehensive part of this reading. Because this is what I want to know. How is it going to really affect the world? Not just on individual persons, or there's plenty of readers and channels on YouTube that'll tell you, oh, what's going to happen with Libra with this eclipse, or what's going on with Aries or Gemini. Okay, there's plenty of other YouTube content creators out there that do those kind of videos. I'm more concerned about the global things because, let's face it, shit trickles downhill. So whatever is happening globally with our government, with our economy, etc., it's going to affect us on a personal level eventually. So I kind of want to get the energies here. Okay, so we're going to ask, how is this eclipse may affect the world events? World events. We're looking for world events. Show me world events. Show me world events. I haven't stopped shuffling because I felt that there was more. Okay. World events. We have distraction and illusions. Experiment or test. Offering, donation, assistance and help. We've already seen assistance and help in this other deck here. Military plane. Returns to normal. Farming industry. Can you say eggs? Submarine, underwater. So I'm going to kind of group these together the way I feel they need to be. I feel like that there is some kind of military action going on, or will be going on. Let's face it, we got China warships or submarines or whatever over in Australian waters. Those go together. We have experiment, illusion. Okay. We have something here being totally experimental on mankind. I think it's to see how mankind will react. I'm feeling like it has to do with government in some way. Like, for instance, what's one of the things that's happening? Losing that freedom of speech. Correct? Offerings, donations, assistance, help. Okay, we've got, I see this in 4 different aspects. Okay. I'm seeing change happening. This could be actually an experiment of the universe. How are we as a collective, are we going to pull together, come together, help each other out? We have that illusion. So there is some kind of test going on. This could even be environmental test going on that is an illusion. It's something happening that we are not being told what it is. It's just there. It almost feels like conditioning the people for something to come. Could be related to the farming industry. The eggs, like for instance. It's like almost feeling like this forming thing with the eggs is all an illusion to distract us from some kind of conditioning or experiment on us. Then we have donation and assistance. But there is somebody putting up money to give assistance. Offering assistance. Military plane and submarine. Underwater. Underwater could be buried, secretive. We have the waters of Australia. I'm going to put this out there. I'm wondering. Okay, I think this is separate. Dealing with the farming industry and the eggs and all that. Over here, I'm feeling like offering help to the situation going on in the waters of Australia. I think Trisha James thought that there could be some military action. Somebody lending Australia help on a military level to kind of get control of the situation in Australian waters. And we got this returns to normal. And I feel like everything, that life returning to normal. Things over here calming down. And I think that there's going to get control over the bird stuff. This is where I'm going to bring in the tarot on this. I want to know about something getting back to normal. Life getting back to normal. Okay, this could be 6-month projection. I don't know. That's kind of what the next question was, which was long-term influence over the next 6 months. Okay, we got some more thunder going on. It's starting up again. Okay, but I'm thinking this is predictive over the next 6 months. But by the end of the 6 months, things returning to normal. So I'm going to start with this situation, and I think this is about the eggs. Page of Swords, some news coming out. This feels like the truth. Somebody speaking the truth. That's interesting. Somebody felt restricted. Restriction of the truth. There's that illusion. I know the truth, but I can't speak it. And there goes my card on the floor. Okay. The experiment. Being stuck in this experiment. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles here. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who is reliable and hardworking. That's the farmers. Okay? The farmers working really hard and diligent. the farming industry. And they've been, I almost feel like that there's something here, the restricting farmers. The truth about restricting farmers on their eggs, their chickens, limiting them on their breeding, creating this crisis with the eggs and then the farming industry, and it's some kind of experiment. I almost want to say that government control. So I think there's going to be some truth that comes out about that. Now, this assistance and help, I feel like this is Australia. So I'm going to look for confirmation on that. Is this about Australia? I feel it is. Because that's where the water threat is right now. The water threat is in the waters of Australia. Okay. Wow, this is going to be a long-ass video. Whew. I was going to go DoorDash, but I wasn't doing it in this storm. I'll go out later. Ace of Swords. That's clarity. That's a breakthrough. That's somebody having the answers and coming forth. Somebody standing for truth. We've got justice again. Doing the right thing. Standing for truth. Make a decision. Tough choice. So there was kind of like a stalemate in regards to the situation going on over in the waters of Australia. And I feel like there is a breakthrough after there has been a stalemate here. And things returning to normal, which is causing things will return to normal. Show me this return to normal. Yeah, things moving forward. 8 of Wands. And I don't know if you can see that or not because this other screen. Yep, you can. Okay. I have my spread up in front of part of the screen, so Hermit. Within the home, this is inner guidance, searching for truth. I feel like guidance and truth coming forward. On the home front, someone is receiving guidance to help things return to normal. Working hard, paying. This is about the details, working out the details to get things back to normal. And part of that, to get back to normal, is dealing with this crisis and this crisis. So I think those are going to be aspects that we are going to be seeing happening over the next 6 months. Let's see if I can get some confirmation on that. I'm seeing some of these questions and I don't feel like they're relevant, so I'm going to skip over those. I really want to see the predictive aspect of all this. Okay. Anything else? Anything you want to add to this? Planning. There's a lot of planning in the works right now. Commitment. Looking for commitment globally. So there is a plan in place to get everybody on board. Travel. The travel could be incoming and outgoing. The ship's sailing. This is involving the tariffs as well. Okay, I just got to say this, okay? I just got to say this, that Trump, he's wise, he's smart. Some may not agree with his tactics, but he's playing everybody. He's playing the global field. Almost forcing change in power, everything from change in power to peace talks to change. Trump is out to change the world. He's been planning this, and he's committed to making those changes. And it starts with how I read intuitively. I'm not even seeing the word travel. I feel that this is e-commerce, shipping, okay? Exports, imports. And he's controlling everybody through these tariffs to get what he wants. And it's not on a personal level. This is for the country. And he's got some kahunas on him. Let me tell you. Anything else? There are delays. So these tariffs are causing delays in shipment because of the price for goods to be imported into the United States. We have the leader. Doesn't matter if it's male or female. This is the leader. This is manipulating things and controlling the narrative to suit the needs. And he's looking for contracts and commitments from other countries to alleviate some of the tariffs. And because he wants to bring more money into this country. I might be wrong on this, but I think that the tariffs on Canada have been or are in the process of lessening with this switch over in power. I think Trump put those tariffs on because of Trudeau. That's what I'm feeling here. So we have a lot going on the world stage with this full moon. A lot of changes. And in all honesty, a lot of readers are probably going to claim doom and gloom. I'm not seeing that. I'm reading the energies as I see them. And I see positive change. I see things stabilizing and returning to normal. I see some things are going to get shaken up when certain truths come out concerning the farming industry, concerning the egg crisis. And, that's one thing that's come and going on. And we have this other thing with China in Australian waters. Trump's going to step up. He's going to probably lend military hand. It doesn't, because I said military planes, it could just be the military flying in weaponry or defenses. But we have, thank you, Spirit, for reminding me. We have military bases. The United States has military bases in Australia. So we have an invested interest. The United States government, the United States as a country, has an invested interest in Australia. And with China in the waters, It's not bidding well with the United States. So I think the United States are prepared to take military action if need to. They don't want China there. So I feel like that there is definitely victory happening and a choice being made. There might even be a little bit of a warning put out to China. Okay? But with all that, we also have the tariff stuff going on over the next 6 months. It's probably things resolved with the tariffs closer to the end of the 6 months because the snail's here. The snail is like a timing card. There are delays. It's going to be drug out. It's going to take a while to get everybody on Trump's train. Okay? And in Trump's mind, this is for the better good of the United States and the world, but he's putting the United States first. But we also see here, though the delays are here, things returning to normal. That we receive positive news and we are let in on what's been going on and what the Trump administration, our military, government, everything, what exactly they have been working on. Quietly. And moving things forward to return to normal. Wow, that was a lot. And my ears are ringing right now, which is a sign of spirit, and I'm buzzing. Sign of spirit. So I'm confident that there is going to be positive change happening. We're just going to have to ride this wave. We're going to have to ride this wave until things do improve. And I do feel that improvement coming. But when you think about it, people will say, 6 months is a long time. Is it really? How many months ago was Christmas? Think about that for a minute. It seems like Christmas was yesterday, doesn't it? And we are in the middle of March. Almost 3 months ago. 3 months, that's half of 6. Already gone since Christmas. 6 months really is not a long period of time. 6 years, I would say maybe. But not 6 months. So, I hope you found this enlightening and interesting. And with that said, I'm going to let you go with light and love and my infamous drop in the mic.